episode 3. Like I said, we're going to roll through it. 10 days, 10 episodes. It's getting crazy. The brother Ben's here. I don't know what he's going to do. The Navarro cartel. Navarro is trying to make sure he gets this casino. Hey, let's jump right into it. But before we go, hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you get something every time I drop. And if you know me, I'm not going to hold you up. Let's jump right into this. So right off the bat, we see Wendy outside playing with a dog. Haha, we having fun playing catch. She brings the dog and she puts it in the back of her truck. Turns out the dog is dead. She rolls down the street, turns sideways, she puts the dog in the middle of the street. And then out of nowhere, Marty pulls up. And he's like, what are you doing? Now, we already know that there's some disconnect in between the two, especially with the new casino and trying to get the hotel to expand. And then out of nowhere, Wendy pulls out a gun. Pow, pow, pow. She starts shooting Marty. Marty's dead. But it turns out she was just dreaming. So I don't know how that's going to play a part. Like, is she just having dreams about getting rid of Marty and going on and doing her own thing? See, I'm telling y'all that her buying this hotel and stuff, she's thinking, oh, I can do this on my own. I can expand on my own. I really don't need Marty. Like, that's a bad thing. You two are in this together. Y'all need to stay together. Marty was the one that started this off, and he's the one that's been running it together. You trying to jump into something that you ain't ready for, that ain't gonna be good, man. It ain't gonna be good. I know Navarro's on her case, but I don't like this. I don't like the route that this is. The morning after the dream, Marty confronts Wendy like, hey, is everything all right? You saying some stuff in your dream. She's like, oh, it's nothing. Just, a lot on my mind. But me and Helen, we about to go over to the casino, the Big Money. They got to drive up there. So they drive up there, and as you can see, hey, they playing bully ball. Like, they come in there. When they're up there, they're giving a speech to all the employees. Like, all right, look, we're going to be shutting down to renovate the whole casino. But no one's going to be losing pay. When you come back, you can still have everything, all your benefits. So the original owners of the Big Money come in. They're like, what are y'all doing? And they're like, well, we own the casino. You guys own the hotel. We're shutting down the casino. What they're doing is trying to bleed the hotel dry so that the owners would sell the hotel to them so they could have the hotel and the casino together. So what they said was, hey, all right, y'all close the casino. We'll just keep the hotel open. And they're like, no one's going to come to this hotel. Helen's telling them no one's going to come to this hotel unless there's a casino attached. So we'll keep this closed until you guys go bankrupt, just like they were going to do the first time. And they're like, hey, you can't do this. We had an agreement. And Helen and Wendy like, hey, we do. And then that's where Wendy shows her cockiness. She says, well, look, we're bigger than y'all. We have more money than y'all. We can afford to close this and we won't lose any money. You guys close your hotel. It's over with. So this is putting the Big Money in the corner where they gotta sell the hotel with the casino. These two women, they are playing power moves. That's what they do. They know Navarro is on them, so they are putting the force down on everybody in the way so they can get this hotel and casino as a package deal. So we finally get to meet the agent that's going to be walking around the casino at all times. Agent Maya Miller. So she pretty much just now met Marty and she's walking him around the floor like, hey, this is what we're going to be doing. I got a forensic accountant on the floor. They're going to be counting all the money that you guys have, all the chips, all the money that's coming in. Every hour we're going to take the receipts and we're going to be watching you all day. And it's going to go on every single day. Now, if there's a spike in your money, so say you bring it in, let's say $100,000 a day, she says she'll give you 3% up and down. Now, if you have a spike, like right after she leaves, and you go up to 10%, so you go from 100,000 to like 110,000, hey, we're coming back and we're going to start this whole process all over for 3 months. And the next thing she does, she tells him, let me go see your lock boxes. You remember the lock boxes that he's putting money in to launder money? So he'll put in it like $10,000 before the day start because no one checks it. She goes in there and she looks. Now, my thing is, if they're going to be watching that, they're either A, going to have cameras in there, or B, going to have somebody sitting in there the whole time. I don't know how Marty's going to do it, but hey, he's going to have to figure out something. And then right after this, he calls Ruth up there. He goes outside, he talks to Ruth. Oblivious to what happened yesterday, he's like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to be able to launder any money in here because this lady is good. And Ruth is like, that's it? That's all you called me up for? Because she's still mad when Marty yelled at her for helping Wendy. Like, hey, I'm trying to help your wife. You need to talk to your wife. Don't talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here trying to help and be the best employee that I can be for you and for your wife because I technically work for both of y'all. Oh, like I said, there's a big disconnect. Wendy don't know what Marty got going on. Marty don't know what Wendy got going on. And they both playing each other against each other. So you remember Frank Jr. came down and he blew up the hotel across the river from the big money. So Frank comes down, he's like, hey, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff is being shut down. I'm supposed to be driving trucks. And she like, driving trucks? He's like, yeah, Marty gave me a new route to come down here talking about laundering some money or something. She's like, what? So now she's starting to put it together that Marty talked to Frank to blow up the casino across the river to kind of try to stop everything from happening. And Wendy's mad. She's writing him a check like, hey, well, you know what? From here on out, anything you have to deal with the Belle, you deal with me. Don't go to Marty for that. This is my casino. You're going to deal with me directly. Frank's like, hey, I don't care who I got to deal with. As long as the money is coming, I'm fine with this. So the clash is building up. It's building up. Marty and Wendy, they going at it. Like I said, they're colliding. So they get back to therapy and they're going at it. So the therapist doesn't know what's going on. She just knows what they're talking about in code. So it's like they're talking about what's going on with the two casinos and with Frank. But the therapist doesn't understand that. So she's pretty much like, so Marty, what is the end goal of the problems that you guys have? What is the end goal? And he was like, death. Literally death. Like, if anything goes wrong, we're going to all die here. Like, the therapist doesn't understand that. She just like, And then she tells Marty this. Well, you guys aren't agreeing, but my mom had a saying. Just like the pie is only as good as its crust, a marriage is only as good as its trust. Marty's like, I'm not trying to hear that. We all know that Marty's bribing her. So once they leave, Marty comes back in. And she's like, I can see you and Wendy working this out and getting to your end goal. He's like, look, I'm not bribing you to believe in us. Just do what I'm saying. So after that, they go home and they aren't talking at all. Wendy comes in. She just sets a box of food down for Marty. And everyone's looking like, man, what's going on? And Ben, being the brother, he's trying to calm down the situation. He was just like, well, me and Jonah, we had a good time today, man. How everything else good with everybody else? Everybody's like, Ben, just chill. When they argue, we don't say anything. We just sit here and listen. Wendy's having another one of her dreams. She pretty much has her and Marty beating up at an undisclosed diner. And she tells them, hey, look, there's $500,000 in cash in this bag. You take it, you just leave. Get out of here. Marty's like, $500,000? Like, I'm touching millions every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, $500,000 ain't enough for me to get up out of here, especially knowing that the cartel is gonna be on me. But what he does say is, come with me. So that shows that while Wendy's dreaming, she even knows that Marty may be doing messed up stuff, but he's still there for the whole family. That's a good thing, though. Even though earlier in that day, she got a call from Navarro, and guess who was listening to the call? Marty was on the call again. Marty, I don't know if he trusts her or not, but he's going to make sure he hears everything that's going on behind his back so he won't be caught off guard. Because if you get caught off guard in this game, you're dead. That's the end goal. Dead. Death. It's over. Game over. Helen and Wendy actually had a conversation together and they're talking about everything that's going on. And Helen is like, hey, we need to get this stuff together ASAP or Navarro's going to be on both of us and I don't know what he's going to do to either one of us. Navarro on the phone call told her, hey, sometimes you can't be a business person. You got to take things by force. So she meets up with the owner of Big Money, just the husband, not the wife. Because you could tell the wife is kind of in charge of everything. So she's sitting down with him and she's like, hey, you need to take control. This is your casino. You be a man and handle this business like you're supposed to and make sure that your legacy continues to grow like it's supposed to. Everyone's talking bad on you, saying that you ran the casino down. Nah, you sell it to us, you give it to us, we bring you back, you're good. You coach, we take care of everything. You just sit back and collect money. I think she really got into his head this time, like, okay, I might end up just doing this, man. This might be the best bet for me, to be honest. Like, hey, I would have been them. So when they said $3 million, I was like, whoa. Let's sell right now. Helen being Helen, what I'm saying? She got that lawyer in her, so she knows how to be sneaky. She goes up to Ruth's house, and she pretty much talking to Ruth like, hey, I like your work. I like everything you've been doing, and I know that you lost your father. I lost my father at the same age as you. I was very young. And then Ruth asked, was he murdered, though? She's like, nah, he died. A little heart attack, a little respiratory failure. So Ruth is like, hey, we don't have a connection. You know what I'm saying? My father was killed. Yours just died from natural causes. We can't connect. And then Ruth really asked her, so what are you really here for? Helen says, well, with a new casino and stuff, we're going to need Marty to come down, set up the books, start up the security. So he's going to have a lot more roles and increased roles that he's going to have to do. Will you be able to run the Belle by yourself? And Ruth is like, yeah, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching Marty. Marty's taught me everything I need to know, so I can do that. But in my head, I'm thinking Helen is doing some sneaky stuff because remember, her and Wendy have a deal going on with Navarro to get a new casino, but Marty doesn't want anything to do with that. So I doubt Marty's gonna go down there. We're gonna see how this plays out, but I know Helen is doing some crooked stuff behind everybody's back, man. They trying to put Ruth in charge just in case. In my head, I'm thinking just in case they could kill off Marty. Because you see Wendy's been having these dreams about getting rid of Marty. So these two might think they can do power moves together and become partners. So the two big money owners, they out going for a walk and they're talking about it. And of course the wife is on his head again like, listen, you need to do what I say. You don't know anything about business. You had this casino, you ruined it. I should have married your brother. He was 3 inches taller. He was smarter than you. You don't know anything you're doing. So he's looking like, why would you saying, why are you saying all this now? We done been together. We done ran this company for 30 years. We probably been married for like 50, 60 years. And now you talking to me like this, like I ain't nothing. Like I haven't ran this big money for the best that I could. Yeah, I may have ran it down a little bit, but then to tell me you should have married my brother. So he sits down and she comes over and she just nagging and poking him in his head, and he just gets frustrated. He doesn't push her, but he just gets frustrated, like, move. She falls off. She falls over the rails. She goes down into the water. You see her do. And he's looking around like, did anybody see this? Hey, you be spooked if you think somebody seen you murder somebody. Like, it was an accident, but she's out the picture now. So I guess that conversation with Wendy, now he's probably like, man, I definitely got to sell to be able to cover this up and to be able to just make sure I'm straight. Because this is an accidental death. Once Wendy gets home, she actually sitting down with Ben, and you could tell she ain't right. So Ben asks what's wrong. And she's just like, man, it's been a lot of stuff been building up, Ben. And Ben was like, so what really happened? And she just breaks down and tells him everything. Like, hey, she doesn't tell him about the cartel. She tell him, hey, I had an affair when we was in Chicago. He was like, well, who? She was just like, just some random guy. But we know it was the older man. And he's like, oh my God. But she tells him that everybody knows the kids, Jonah, Charlotte, Marty, they all know. So it's like, it's just weighing in on it. You know how it is. Like if you mess up and do something when you're still around the people and they know you messed up, you feel a kind of way. But it's like, man, as a human, we're supposed to get past it. But some people still don't get past it. I can still tell Marty doesn't. He resents her for it, but he still wants to keep his family together. So Ben's just like, you know what? Let's have some drinks, man. You made a mistake, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Wendy Davis. That was her maiden name, Davis. That's what he called her. You really are Wendy Davis. So at least they still got that childhood bond. You know what I'm saying? So Wendy, when she was drinking with Ben, she was like, man, you know what? I'm going to go get this baby Zeke back. I'm going to go fight me a hillbilly. So she goes up to the little food stand, and when she gets up there, Darlene's there and Wyatt's there and baby Zeke's there. So she talking to Darlene. Darlene like, what do you want? Some honey? Because you know Wendy and Darlene, they own a half, and then Darlene owns a third. And Wendy's up there like, nah, you know what? You're not a good mother. She just takes it far left because she's trying to get Darlene to punch her or do anything so they can go to court and she can get custody of Zeke. So she just keeps pushing her. You're not a good mom. You're nothing. You don't need this baby. And what happens? Darlene hits her in the mouth, busts her lip. And what does Wendy do? She said, thanks. This is all I need to go show the court. Oh man, she just set Darlene up. Now she has a baby, but she's assaulting people. You can't do that, especially if you're trying to keep a foster child. Oh man, I don't know how that's gonna play out for her. But Wyatt did see everything, so that could be a witness that could help Darlene. But I don't know how it would work. I just know he doesn't like Wendy because remember she told Wyatt, don't see my daughter anymore. He was like, so we know Wyatt ain't gonna be on the Byrdes. Jonah, Aaron, Charlotte, they all hit the block. You know what I'm saying? They get on the boat and they just going out, hanging out and stuff. And Jonah, he likes Aaron. This is Helen's daughter. And Helen's daughter and Helen, they don't get along. That's just the easiest way to put it. Like, the mom ain't around, she's always working, so they really have a big disconnect. Like, they don't even really talk. But anyway, Charlotte takes Aaron out with them. They go out on the boat, and Jonah, he has a kind of little crush on Aaron, so he just asking her weird questions like, how would you die? Like, he doesn't, you know what I'm saying, he hasn't really been around girls like that, so he don't know how to talk to them. But as they're out on the water, another boat pulls up, and guess who it is? Frank Jr.'s hitchman, the one that actually helped blow up the boat. And Charlotte's like, man, don't trust these guys, man. Don't hang out with them. But Aaron's like, come on, man. She already told Charlotte that I'm here. I want to lose my virginity before I go back to Chicago. So they end up getting on the other boat. The two girls do. And Aaron turns around and looks at Jonah like, hey, would you mind watching our stuff? Like, pretty much just putting him in the friend zone like he's not important. Like, that's messed up. Jonah's like, man, I drove this boat. I did all this. But like I said, he hasn't been around females too much, so he doesn't know how to act. But Charlotte and Aaron, they go off with the other boys, and Jonah just sits on the boat looking confused and lost. Poor Jonah. Things are heating up. So they're having a little festival at the Missouri Belle. And out of nowhere, it's not coronavirus, people, but out of nowhere, Navarro's people, his henchman, his torturer, the one that tortured Helen earlier in this, oh my God, they came in, they snatched Marty up. They take Marty, they throw him in the SUV. Ben sees it. Ben runs out to the street, and he tries to see which way they went, and he sees Ruth in the van. He bangs on her truck door like boom, 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 boom. Hey, Wendy, Ruth. They got Marty. We gotta follow him. So they get out on the street and they start chasing down the SUV that has Marty in it. Now, I don't know where they going or they taking Marty, but the Navarro cartel has Marty. Like, it ain't looking good at all. So they were chasing them down the street, and then all of a sudden the truck just stops. Hops out one of the biggest dudes in the truck with a gun and pointed at Ruth and Ben, and he don't say anything. They just sit there. They look. Like, are we about to die? He hops back in the truck, and they just sit there. They drive off. They spin around the bend, and Ruth is like, it is going down. The Navarro cartel now has Marty in their hands. It's too early in the season for this to be happening. I don't know what's about to come out of this, but the Navarro cartel has them, and believe me, it's not gonna be anything good if they kidnapping you in broad daylight. Hey, that's episode 3 right there, man. That thing is crazy. I know episode 4 is about to go to a whole nother level. The cartel just kidnapped Marty. Comment below what you think is going to happen to Marty. I don't think they're going to get rid of Marty because it's only episode 3 and it's 10 episodes, and we know Marty is the star of this, so they can't really get rid of him. But do you think they're going to torture him, or are they going to try to have him figure out what's going on with the new casino and actually help Wendy and Helen? Comment below what you think is going to happen. Hey, we're going to be here tomorrow for episode 4. 10 days, 10 episodes. We are 3 down. Let's get it. Make sure you follow me on all of my social media, Mo.J. And if you like my content, please subscribe to the channel. Hit your notification bell. Thanks for watching. We'll be here tomorrow.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.